The Simpsons don't have to stay in Springfield to carry out misdeeds. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things the Simpsons have done on their trips. For this list, we're looking at terrible things that members of the Simpsons family have done while they were on the road.
Me, Homer. Me hiding from PBS.
Number 10. Getting their doppelganger's family arrested. While on the run from the law, the Simpsons stop by a gas station to fill up. However, they're in danger of being identified because of a wanted poster with their faces hanging on the wall behind the counter.
Oh my God!
Can I help you?
We need diapers.
Okay.
No, we don't. Ladies' razor blades.
Right.
No, we don't. I forgot, we're European.
To avoid detection, Bart makes some alterations to the poster so it no longer looks like The Simpsons. At first, it seems like a victimless crime, but we immediately find out that there was a family of 5 who conveniently fit the description with Bart's forgeries.
Oh my God, there they are!
So, a potentially innocent family was put in handcuffs because of Bart's fraudulent act. Number 9. Homer running over an alligator. When the Simpsons go to Florida for a vacation, Homer decides to party it up. Clowning around while riding on a fan boat, he's too busy singing to notice an alligator in front of him, and as a result, runs the boat into the reptile, rendering it unresponsive.
Dad, look out!
Look out for what?
The giant gator.
The giant.
Unfortunately for the Simpsons, the alligator is a local celebrity nicknamed Captain Jack, and they earn the wrath of the law for presumably exterminating the creature.
You kill Captain Jack. You in a heap of trouble, son.
You'll have to catch me first.
However, Captain Jack is later found to be okay, but that still doesn't excuse Homer's negligence, and we can understand why Florida bans the Simpsons.
Our beloved Captain Jack isn't dead after all!
Number 8. Bart tricking everyone about a virus. Having the time of his life aboard a vacation cruise, Bart is reluctant to get off the boat and return to his dull everyday life.
After this cruise, for the rest of my life, it's all downhill.
So to put off this inevitability, he stages a hoax by playing footage from a sci-fi movie that convinces everyone that a virus has broken out worldwide.
This is General William Sullivan with an emergency message. I'm speaking to you from a CDC clean zone. Outbreak of the deadly Pandora virus is spreading rapidly. Unprecedented threat requires a worldwide quarantine. All ships must remain at sea.
As a result, all of the passengers and the crew have to stay on the ship, which makes everyone anxious and eventually leads to chaos. Because of his selfishness, Bart was putting people's lives on hold and causing many of them to have a mental breakdown. That hits a little close to home, wouldn't you say?
You stand accused of letting down your team during music trivia. Your punishment? 8 hours in the penal conga line.
Number 7. Lisa endangering Luke's sister. The most ethical member of the Simpson family, Lisa is the least likely Simpson to do something terrible. At a ranch, Lisa develops a crush on a young ranch hand named Luke.
I'm sorry you're not interested, because I need somebody to help me hang these no hunting and free Tibet signs.
However, she becomes jealous when she hears Luke talking to a girl over the phone, thinking it was a romantic interest, but actually it was his sister.
Clara, he's got a girlfriend. I feel like such an idiot.
To thwart her would-be romantic rival, Lisa intentionally gives Luke's sister the wrong directions to the ranch, which almost leaves her sleeping with the fishes. Even if Luke was interested in another girl, it didn't give Lisa the right to make a young girl get lost. Number 6. Homer becomes a missionary. To avoid an angry mob of celebrities after welching on a PBS pledge, Homer lays low on the South Pacific island of Micronesia, where he's put up to do missionary work by Reverend Lovejoy.
Why am I on a plane?
Homer, how would you like to be a missionary in the South Pacific?
South Pacific? I didn't agree to.
It's no surprise that Homer is a terrible fit for the missionary job, given that he's lazy and knows basically nothing about Christianity. He also has a hard time adjusting to life on the island since he's separated from TV and beer.
Now I've learned to love this island as my second. Please, stop! Give me off this stinking rock!
Instead of preaching the gospel, Homer has the natives build a casino. In this case, his irresponsibility potentially corrupts the souls of innocent people by failing to provide spiritual guidance and by introducing them to vice.
Oh, what happened? I gave you a glittering Vegas, and you turned it into a skanky Atlantic City.
Your alcohol and inexpensive buffets have corrupted us. I don't even like macaroni salad.
Number 5. Homer attacking the Emperor of Japan. On a trip to Japan, Homer and Bart soak up the culture by watching a sumo wrestling match.
Hey, what's Baby Huey doing?
Says here they throw salt before they wrestle to purify the ring.
Bear some salt, Tubby?
Homer wanders into the ring and fights one of the wrestlers. Homer wins his fight by tag teaming with Bart, who smacks the wrestler with a chair, knocking him unconscious.
Like we say in my country, hasta la vista, baby.
After this victory, the Emperor of Japan offers his congrats. But unfortunately, Homer gets carried away, picking up the Emperor and throwing him into a large hamper filled with sumo thongs.
Congratulations. I am the Emperor.
Yeah, and I'm Clobbersaurus.
Such reckless actions could have started an international incident. Number 4. Homer making Ned and himself marry cocktail waitresses.
That's your problem. You're living up here. You gotta live down here, in the impulse zone. If you want to be like me, you gotta make snap decisions.
Upon discovering that Ned is much older than he looks because of his clean living, Homer decides to take him on a road trip to Las Vegas to live it up for once. Ned goes along with this idea because he feels he needs the life experience after he found out how bad people felt for him. This leads to a night of them boozing it up and getting married to a pair of cocktail waitresses.
Oh, what the heck? You only live once. Give me a white wine spritzer. 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 Spritzer.
While they successfully wind up escaping at the end of this episode, the two waitresses return in the season 13 episode Brawl in the Family, which wrecks Homer's family.
And don't you ever try to marry us again.
We found some guys who know how to treat a woman.
Number 3. Taking Dr. Bushwell's bribe. While taking a trip to Africa, the Simpsons come across Dr. Bushwell, a scientist loosely based on Jane Goodall, who lives out in the wilderness and studies chimps.
Every day I get up at 5:30, watch the chimps, eat a quick lunch of roots and water, then more chimp watching. After dark, I come home and think about chimps until it's time for bed.
However, the family discovers that Dr. Bushwell is actually running a diamond operation where the chimps she's pretending to advocate for are being used by her to work the mines.
The chimps are running a diamond mine.
Why, what fascinating behavior. I must document this new activity.
Rather than turn Bushwell in for her horrific animal abuse, the Simpsons accept diamonds extracted from Bushwell's mine as payoff for their silence. On the ride home, the only one who feels bad about the way things went down was Lisa.
What a nice lady.
Very nice. Hey, Lisa, check it out. Diamond vision. Buzz off.
Number 2. Bart bringing a bullfrog to Australia.
What does that sign say? I thought they spoke English in this country.
It says you can't bring in outside plants or animals. Any foreign creature you bring in could upset the environmental balance.
Oh.
Upon learning that he can't bring foreign species into Australia, Bart decides to leave a bullfrog he's been carrying with him behind. But instead of leaving it in a safe spot, he lets it wander on its own. It isn't long before a kangaroo scoops up the frog in its pouch and carries it away. When the Simpsons family has to hightail it out of Australia on a helicopter, they discover that Bart's bullfrog has become an invasive species. Lisa tells the family that Australia's ecosystem has been compromised, which only makes the family laugh. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
Hold on, we're just innocent tourists.
It's obvious why Bob is a vaunted pillar of your community.
Yeah, but he's a wanted killer in our community.
You may ask me 3 questions.
That's great, because all I need is one.
Are you really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You?
Yes.
We've got no car.
We've got no money.
And no one knows we're here.
We're stranded.
Hey, you guys, you want to see how cool Lisa Simpson really is? Check this out. Miss Perfect Attendance. Grammar Rodeo Head Buckaroo. The French Table. Ooh la la.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Not stopping to let Abe use the bathroom. On the way home from a trip, Homer's father Abe needed to use the restroom really badly. However, Homer didn't have time to pull over and let Abe relieve himself. His reason? He had to make it home in time to watch a special episode of Inside the Actors Studio where F. Murray Abraham was the guest.
Can I go to the bathroom before we leave? Oh, we gotta get home. I don't want to miss Inside the Actors Studio. Tonight it's F. Murray Abraham. But I really need to... F. Murray Abraham.
Because Homer waited too long before Abe could use the restroom, both of his kidneys failed, which meant that he had to get a kidney transplant or he'd die.
Dear God, this man's kidneys have exploded. There's nothing left.
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's what happens when you get older. It's one of those natural things.
Not only was Homer's behavior cruel and demeaning, it almost killed his father.
How long do I have to live, Doc?
I'm amazed you're alive now.
Oh.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.